you.
Governor, welcome,
Good to
sir.
be here.
Thank you.
Good to see you. Very fine. Oh, your hands are cold. We gotta get going here. All right, Ron is gonna get us off to a good start here. Where are you, Ron?
Right behind you, Governor.
Okay,
Thank
right.
you.
Take it from there.
Okay, welcome. Again, on behalf of the Woodridge Park District and Westmont Park District, we welcome you here today. Even though the weather is gloomy, our spirits are completely high and bright. I'm honored to have the privilege to introduce our speaker. Throughout his administration, Governor Quinn has supported all programs that provided assistance to all public agencies throughout the state. He's a true friend of open space and recreation in Illinois. It is my honor to introduce Governor Quinn for an important announcement.
Okay, well, very good there, Ron. Thank you. Okay. Well, it's good to be here in DuPage County. I grew up here. Matter of fact, I walked across Illinois from Rock Island on the Mississippi River there, the Centennial Bridge, all the way to Chicago and Lake Michigan. And I walked down Ogden Avenue right through Westmont, and where I grew up in Hinsdale. And my mom and dad moved to Hinsdale in 1951, DuPage County, and my dad's passed away a couple years ago, but my mother today is 97 years old. Okay. The first 97 are the toughest. That's what it's all about, you know? And I've always treasured the opportunity to come this way. And it's what a magnificent park and park district that Westmont has. And not too far from where I grew up, south of where I grew up, in Woodridge. I lost a lot of golf balls in Woodridge along the way. And we have two excellent park districts, and we have a great program in Illinois that we began about 5 years ago, right after I became governor. We passed a law to invest in parks across our state, whether it's in the city of Chicago or the suburbs or downstate. We want to make sure that we have excellent parks, because after schools, the next thing business asks about is parks and recreation for their employees when they seek to grow here or come here. Very, very important that all of us have a good standard of living, fitness and recreation, very, very important part of it. So what we did in this law that we passed is kind of a competition, and different park districts put forward their ideas to improve their park district, and then it's evaluated by the Department of Natural Resources. You'll hear from the director, Mark Miller, in a minute, but it's a very, very important mission that we have, and I want to just say on behalf of the people of Illinois that we are going to invest $2,476,000 in the Westmont Park District to construct a North Side Recreation Center here. It's going to have all kinds of things for fitness, for dancing, for theater, for opportunities, for summer programs, weekend programs, definitely things for kids after school. We want to have things that are positive. We can make friendships, learn about things in life. That's part of what life is all about. You make friends coming up, growing up, and park districts are really very important to that. This is also going to serve, this grant that I just announced, the Southeast Association of Special Parks and Recreation. It's very important that we recognize everybody's in and nobody's left out when it comes to our parks and our recreation. We want to make sure all our citizens with disabilities have a full and complete opportunity to participate in fitness and many other activities. So we really want to thank the Westmont Park District for your partnership with CSPAR, I think it's called, and we really think this is extremely important in our state that we continue on this path. So I'm happy to say that, and I'm also going to say, on behalf of the taxpayers of Illinois, the people of Illinois, we know investing in parks pays great dividends for a lifetime. For all the children and the adults and everybody who comes through the park, they get, I think, a opportunity to have fun, to make friendships, to get exercise, to live life just a little bit better. And so I think that's worth investing in. And on behalf of the people of Illinois, we're investing $2,500,000, that's $2.5 million, in the Woodridge Park District to make sure that they can build a new athletic recreation center. And we're going to hear from our friends in Woodridge. We're not finished yet, because we are very happy to have our friends from the County of DuPage. The DuPage River Salt Creek Work Group is one group, as well as our Forest Preserve District of DuPage County. As I said, I grew up here. I know where Salt Creek is. I've actually paddled along in Salt Creek, and it's so important that we invest in our environmental projects. We all know that when flooding comes, stormwater management becomes a pretty high important issue, and it's important that we invest ahead of time in projects that really reduce flooding and help manage stormwater, and also improve our environment and help our fish with respect to water quality. It's very important that we make these investments in every county in our state. But in this county of DuPage, the second largest county in Illinois, we're investing $3.6 million in DuPage County for a variety of environmental concerns. We're going to hear from Lisa Bennett about that. She's our Director of Environmental Protection in our state. But we really want to thank everybody who understands what our Constitution says, that our Constitution in Illinois, adopted by the voters in a referendum 44 years ago, it says everyone has a right to a healthful environment, everyone. And it's the duty of everyone to protect and maintain that healthful environment for this and future generations. So every investment we make in our parks and in our environment, in our water, is an investment for our time, but also for the future. We got to be custodians of the future. We have to understand that in Illinois, we take care of not only our kids today, but our kids tomorrow and their grandkids tomorrow. It's important that we make these investments so we have a better standard of living for everyone. So I do want to bring forward now someone who is a committed person to the Park District of Westmont. She doesn't get any overtime because you don't get paid as a Park District member, but you do it because you love what you're doing. You love your community. You love kids. You love those who need a Park District that's second to none. And Diane Main, Board President of Westmont Park District, take it from there. Okay?
Thank you, Governor Quinn, for your kind thoughts. And at this time, I'd like to introduce my fellow commissioners. Vice President Jim Long.
Very good.
Bob Burness, Commissioner, Sandra Smith, Commissioner, and John Parrish. Our board and our staff and the entire community of Westmont would like to thank Governor Quinn and for the unbelievable grant. I can't even tell you how excited we were in the last week. I've been on the park board for over 30 years, and I have never, ever seen Westmont so excited over anything before. We would also like to thank our former Senator Kirk Dillard and Representative Patty Bellock for showing their support. Our vision of cultural art community will now be a reality. Not only will we have opportunities of recreation for our residents, but we will be stimulating the local economy by creating jobs during construction and long after with operational management. America is our country, Illinois is our state, Westmont is our home, and we're proud to live here. Thank you again, Governor Quinn, for making our dreams here in Westmont come true.
All right, thank you. Very good, Diane. 30 years, huh? Woo. Wow. Well, how about that? 30 years devoted to the parks, and I think it's a worthwhile investment. It's going to make life better for a lot of people. And we owe you, all of you who serve in our park district. The day I got sworn in, it was a night. The very next day, I went to here in Chicago area, and I went to the Hilton Hotel, and they had a convention of our park districts, and it was such a emotional moment. All those folks, all those volunteers, and you know, the heart of America, the heart of Illinois is the heart of a volunteer, giving back to your community, and I think it's so important. And I want to bring forward now Fred Honke, Board President of Woodridge Park District. And do you have any golf balls? There we go.
Thank you, Governor. I'm a newcomer. I've only been on for 25 years, so Diane has me top there. But on behalf of the Woodridge Park District Board of Commissioners, one of which is here, Brian Coleman, is the only commissioner who's able to make it today, and especially our director, Mike Adams, who put this grant application together and shepherded it all through the process. We'd like to sincerely thank those individuals and organizations that have supported this project from its inception, especially Governor Quinn, all of the district legislators that wrote letters of support for us, U.S. Congressman Bill Foster, Senators Rodagno, Dillard, and McGuire, Representatives McCasey, Durkin, and Belloc. They all stepped up, wrote letters of support for this project that we're attempting. The Illinois Department of Resource Director, Mark Miller, who was here, we met with him. Our long-term community partner, Mayor Gina Cunningham, and also our former mayor, Bill Murphy. Our board of trustees, our village administrator, Katie Rush, all these people that contributed to putting this grant application together. All of our local government partners, consisting of school districts, library, fire protection districts, and police departments, our business community and civic organizations, and most importantly, all the residents of Woodridge who fully support this project. This grant award will allow the Woodridge Park District to fulfill the community's vision to develop an accessible, community-based facility that primarily focuses on long-term life fitness, health and wellness, sports, athletics, and recreational opportunities for persons of all ages and abilities. It will serve as a hub for other community, civic, and outreach services in cooperation with other service providers to improve the overall quality of life for all of our Woodridge residents. Additionally, this recreation development will increase jobs and employment opportunities, revitalize an adjacent neighborhood that is a distressed neighborhood in the TIF district, spur economic development through commercial and residential reinvestments, provide a permanent location for access to potential social service programs, and preserve open space by redeveloping an existing underutilized commercial property. The Park District, in partnership with the Woodridge community, have worked tirelessly and passionately to see this project come to fruition and do so without having to seek a referendum that would increase property taxes for our residents. This grant opportunity will ensure the Woodridge Park District can deliver a superior recreational facility that will fulfill our resident needs for healthy living, opportunities, and improve the overall quality of life for generations to come. The Woodridge community sincerely thanks Governor Quinn for this opportunity to once again partner with the state of Illinois.
All right,
Thank you.
well said there, Fred. I'll take it for 25 years. All right. Well, very, very good. I think it's important to understand what we just heard from Fred, how pervasive, how comprehensive the parks are in communities, how many people they touch. It's very, very important. As I mentioned earlier, we also believe in investing in our environment, and that's part of making sure we have a good quality of life. We had a great American writer some years ago, more than 100 years ago. His name was Mark Twain, and he lived along water. And he said, "Whiskey's for drinking and water's worth fighting for." And so we understand how important it is to take good care of our water and to manage our stormwater, to make sure we do things right for this and future generations. So on behalf of the Forest Preserve District of DuPage County, we have John Oldenburg here. And John, why don't you come forward and say a few words, okay? Take it from there. All right, buddy.
Thank you, Governor Quinn.
Thank you.
It's a real privilege to be here today. On behalf of the Board of Commissioners and specifically our new future president, Joe Cantori, and dedicated Commissioner Linda Painter, we want to thank you for this very timely award for the Forest Preserve. You know, it was about 10 years ago as Lieutenant Governor and Mark Miller walking around the state advocating the importance of clean water, removing dams, and talking about the Clean Water Act and making our waters fishable and swimmable. And amongst these parks and recreation areas, there's still a huge environmental advocate for the state, and we thank you for continuing that advocacy in your work when all these other issues are out there. But this work is going to improve water quality up on the Salt Creek, our Springbrook Creek project, look at removal of dams, allow fish passage, increase wetlands by about 30 acres, flood storage at about 45-foot acre storage for stormwater. Up at our Oak Meadows Preserve, where we're reconfiguring a golf course and bringing back over 145 acres of natural area. So on behalf of the Board of Commissioners and really the residents of DuPage County, we want to thank you very much.
Okay, real good, John. Thank you. All right. You can just feel John's passion, and it's so important that we get outdoors. Our motto is leave no child inside. We want to get our kids outside and see nature and participate and walk and hike and paddle and learn all and fish and do all the things that really kind of teach you about our nature. And someone who does that every day is our director of the Department of Natural Resources. He's here to say a few words, and his name is Mark Miller. Come on forward, Mark. Okay.
Governor Quinn often tells me the 3 B's of speaking: be brief, be bright, and be gone. So I'm going to try to do that quickly. The governor tells me all the time, leave no child inside. And we really take that to heart with partnering with our park districts, with the Forest Preserve District, and our sister agency, the Illinois Environmental Protection Agency. We have a lot of work to do to partner and leverage local resources to get our children the opportunity and the access to be outdoors, to have the facilities like we're going to build here, to live a healthy lifestyle. And all of that's investing in our future. We're investing in our future for healthy children so they have bright futures. We're investing in our future conservationists so they'll be able to understand the world around them and advocate for stronger protection. And I just want to thank Governor Quinn for giving us the opportunity to do all of these things, because his support in finding the funding and being able to make these announcements really shows the importance of this type of investment. And so, Governor, I'll be brief. Thank you very much, and thanks for all of our partners here who work with us to make this world a better place. Thank you.
All right, well said there, Mark. Well done. Thank you, Mark. I want to thank Mark. The very first appointment I made was Mark Miller as Director of Natural Resources. At the time, we had 7 state parks that were closed in Illinois. We had to reopen the parks. We had to reinvest. We really have done, I think, a good job in that area, and I want to thank Mark for his leadership. Teddy Roosevelt, President of our country, more than 100 years ago, said conservation is the patriotic thing to do. And we believe in that in Illinois. And that does relate to our environment, making sure we have clean air and clean water and take care of our land, our open space. And someone who is our quarterback in that area is with us here today. When you want to get a good job done when it comes to anything, appoint a woman, and that's Lisa Burnett. Okay, Director of Environmental Protection.
Thank you. Governor Quinn has really made, with his Clean Water Initiative, major strides in improving water quality for Illinois citizens. And really through his leadership, I'm honored to be able to work with Director Miller and to really combine the investments that we're making in our parks that also are then protective of our water resources, that look toward creating a good environment and a healthy community, which is vital to our economic development. So really, I want to just thank the governor for working hard every day. This summer, he signed legislation that for the first time in Illinois makes stormwater and managing stormwater and working to keep pollutants from our water a possibility in Illinois. And he's working for communities to bring those tools. I want to thank the local officials as well for bringing these projects forward. It really shows that they're investing in your future and they're looking toward healthy communities. So again, thank you, Governor, for bringing these projects forward.
Okay, well said there, Lisa. Thank you, Lisa. Lisa's the person in charge of protecting our environment, and I think in a lot of ways that sums it up. We invest in money today for our parks, for our environment, for making sure we take good care of our water and our streams and all of the things that count in life. And those investments will pay dividends for our kids and our grandkids for years to come. So I want to thank everyone for coming here today. A little bit cooler, but we know we can handle anything in Illinois, and we believe in letting the will of the people always be the law of the land. Thank you very much.
Okay. Again, we'd like to thank the governor for being here today, and we'd like to invite everybody up. We've got some sweets and some cider, and come on up and enjoy it. So again, thank everybody for coming today, and let's give the governor another round of applause.